Joseline Hernandez sat on the couch, her heart racing as she replayed the day's events. She had been excited all day, looking forward to a romantic evening with her fiancé, Balistic Beast. They had plans for a special dinner and a movie night, just the two of them. After running a few errands, she returned home, the aroma of her favorite dish wafting through the air. Little did she know that everything was about to unravel. As she stepped through the front door, a strange sense of unease washed over her. She heard laughter coming from the bedroom. At first she dismissed it, thinking Balistic might be watching something funny on TV or listening to music. But as she drew closer, the laughter took on a more intimate tone, something that made her heart sink. Curiosity turned to dread as she hesitated in the hallway. What was going on? Why did she feel a knot forming in her stomach? With a mix of apprehension and determination, she pushed the bedroom door open, the hinges creaking ominously. What she saw felt like a punch to the gut. There, tangled in the sheets, were Balistic and her sister, Yanira. The shock froze her in place, her breath hitching as reality crashed down around her. They were so absorbed in their moment that they hadn't even noticed her enter. Joseline, Balistic exclaimed, his voice filled with horror as he scrambled out of bed. Panic etched on his face, he quickly pulled on his pants, but it was too late. The damage was done. Tears filled Joseline's eyes as she felt the crushing weight of betrayal. "How could you do this?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Yanira's face turned pale, guilt washing over her features as she struggled to cover herself. "Joseline, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen," she stammered, her eyes darting between Joseline and Balistic. "Didn't mean for it to happen." Joseline's voice rose in disbelief, her hurt morphing into anger. "You both knew I was coming home. How could you betray me like this?" Balistic stepped forward, his hands raised in a plea for calm. "Joseline, please let me explain. This was a mistake, a moment of weakness." "A moment of weakness?" Joseline shot back, incredulous. "You think this is just a mistake? You think I can just forget what I saw?" Her heart raced as she felt the tears streaming down her cheeks. The love she had for Balistic felt like it was crumbling before her eyes, replaced by a swirling mix of anger and sorrow. "I thought we had something real," she said, her voice breaking. "I thought we were building a future together." Balistic's expression shifted to one of desperation. "We do have something real. This wasn't supposed to happen. I love you, Joseline. I made a terrible mistake." "You didn't just make a mistake," Joseline countered, her voice rising again. "You made a choice. You chose my sister over me. That's not something I can just overlook." Yanira, tears now streaming down her own face, tried to reach out to Joseline. "Please, I never wanted to hurt you. I love you, sis. I'm so sorry." But Joseline shook her head, stepping back, the pain palpable. "You don't get to say that. You both have broken my trust in the worst way. I can't believe you'd betray me like this." The weight of betrayal hung in the air as the three of them stood in silence. Joseline felt her heart shatter into a million pieces. The life she had envisioned with Balistic felt like a cruel joke now. The trust she had built was in ruins, leaving behind only heartache. "I can't even look at either of you right now," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "I need space. I need to figure out what this all means." With that, Joseline turned and walked away, leaving behind the shattered remnants of her relationships. She stepped into the cool night air, the tears flowing freely as she made her way down the street, her mind racing with questions. How could this have happened? What did it mean for her future? The two people she had loved and trusted most had betrayed her in the worst possible way. As she wandered aimlessly, the weight of heartbreak pressed down on her chest, each step feeling heavier than the last. Joseline knew she had to find a way to heal, but right now all she felt was an overwhelming sense of loss. The laughter that had once filled her home was now replaced by silence, echoing the emptiness in her heart. She had to confront the truth: sometimes love wasn't enough, and sometimes betrayal cut deeper than any argument ever could. The sun dipped low over New York City, casting a golden hue on the bustling streets below. Inside a trendy restaurant, the atmosphere was electric, filled with laughter and clinking glasses. But at one table, things were about to take a dramatic turn. Chrissy Lampin sat across from Jim Jones, her expression a mix of frustration and determination. The couple had had their fair share of ups and downs, but tonight felt different. A shadow loomed over their conversation. "Jim, we need to talk about your mom," Chrissy said, laced with emotion. "I can't keep pretending everything is fine when she disrespects me at every turn." Jim sighed, rubbing his neck. I know, but she's my mother. You have to understand where she's coming from. Chrissy leaned in, exasperated. It's not just her, it's how she treats me. You can't keep making excuses for her. Just then, Jim's phone buzzed on the table. It was a text from his mom, words that made his face harden. I can't believe this right now. They're causing drama in our family. With that drama, all I'm trying to do is be a part of your life. Your mom won't let me. Chrissy's voice rose, drawing attention from nearby tables. Jim's temper flared, but Chrissy was done. She shot up from her seat, anger radiating off her like heat from a fire. This is why we're not working. You let her dictate everything. In the midst of the chaos, Jim's frustration peaked. He moved to block Chrissy's path, but in a moment of heated impulse, his hand connected with her cheek, a slap that shocked the entire restaurant. Silence enveloped them, gasps erupted around the room. Jim's eyes widened in disbelief, his heart racing as he realized what he had just done. Chrissy stood frozen, hurt flickering across her face. The pain was a fiery determination. Is this who you are? She asked, tears welling. You choose her over me. Jim's heart sank. In that moment he understood the weight of his actions, but she cut him off. No, Jim, you need to figure out what you want, because I won't be part of a love triangle with that. She turned on her heel and walked away, leaving Jim standing there. The silence of the restaurant closed in around him, the reality of what had just unfolded settling heavily in the air. Love, loyalty, and betrayal danced a bitter waltz. Jim's heart raced. This was a turning point. Would he fight for Chrissy, or let the tides of family loyalty pull him under? The decision loomed, and in that moment, he knew everything was about to change.
Stinks. She smells like mop water, and somebody needs to tell her.
Back in April 2019, Joseline and Balistic went Instagram official, and it seemed like a fairy tale picture, perfect vibes all around. Balistic, a talented music producer, and Joseline not only created music together but also took reality TV by storm, starring in shows like Love and Hip Hop Miami, Marriage Boot Camp, and Joseline's Cabaret. By September of that same year, they were engaged, with Joseline gushing in a heartfelt birthday post, calling him the sweetest man, and asking him to spend the rest of your natural life with me. She promised loyalty, love, and everything in between. But hold up. Things have taken a sharp turn for the worse. Now Balistic is allegedly moving on and airing out Joseline's dirty laundry, literally. This situation is spiraling into full-blown drama. Whether these hygiene allegations hold any truth, the breakup has certainly turned heads. And let's be real, Joseline's got some serious cleaning up to do, both figuratively and, well, maybe literally. And let's not forget, if anyone thinks they can come for Joseline and get away with it, they must be living under a rock. Everyone and their mama knows Joseline doesn't play. Sis is quick to throw hands if you even breathe wrong in her direction. We're talking about the same Joseline who squared up with armed cops and lived to tell the tale. Now that's the kind of energy we're here for.
Hey, don't you touch me. I don't care. White man. Ma'am. Touch me. Let go.
Stop resisting. Stop. Stop. Hey.
Let go.
Cut it out. Stop.
So Carlosa really thought she could drag Joseline's hygiene through the mud and not catch these hands. Please. What's even wilder is that Carissa isn't the first to spill the tea on Joseline's alleged funk. People have been whispering about Miss Joseline's scent situation for a hot minute now. Don't get it twisted, I'm not saying Carissa was right for being messy, but maybe Joseline should consider some remedies instead of throwing bows every time someone hints at it. Let's be real, everybody can't be telling the same lie. Now, this whole stanky saga kicked off just days ago when Joseline made a guest appearance on the Anti-podcast, hosted by none other than Tokyo Tony, Tia K, and you guessed it, Carissa herself. As soon as Joseline strutted in, the air was thicker than a pot of gumbo. You could feel that tension simmering like a pot about to boil over, and Joseline, she wasn't holding back. Sis came in swinging, calling Carissa a crusty old woman and straight up accusing her of being jealous, because Joseline is a good 20 years younger with receipts for days, unlike Carissa's dusty dreams. But oh no, Joseline didn't stop there. She went in bragging about how she's out here raking in Zeus Network millions and putting young girls on the map while Carissa's son is sitting up in jail. Talk about a low blow. Then came the real twist. Joseline twisted the knife, calling out Carissa's funky breath and her inability to dress to save her life. Baby, Joseline was roasting like it was a family reunion. And you know what? Carissa just sat there, taking it all on the chin like a pro, didn't flinch, didn't budge. This showdown is just getting started, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds.
That way.
We too grown for this.
That way. Right, that's why.
Respect people's boundaries and
Right,
that.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
People need to learn how to respect each other. It's okay, y'all the aunties and the
Because
teens.
you came out here respectable. I was expecting you to come out here like, oh, ready on go.
I brought y'all flowers.
So, yeah,
I brought you a gift, and then you got this crusty old lady sitting up here talking. Hold on, T. Come on, auntie.
Give her, go.
Hold on. She's very disrespectful. I came out here with gifts. I haven't even gave y'all the gifts I brought you. I came out here with flowers.
Yes.
I'm congratulating you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you,
you know how much money I made Sue's network? Do you know I was outside of your daughter, I was the only other one.
Outside of me, she didn't do.
Girl.
But go ahead.
And your show,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
like, come on, like, she can't talk to me like that.
And we respect
and
you,
this is
Queen.
the
I
thing.
do.
And this is the thing. I've done a lot in the industry. We ain't never heard of her doing nothing. She's sitting up here she's sitting up here jealous of a younger. I'm 20 years your junior. Relax.
30.
Relax. Why you doing all of that? Sip the tea and keep it cute. Because one thing about me, I'm respectful. I give young ladies opportunities. I didn't have nobody telling me how to do, what to do. I put my ladies to work. They go on a successful tour. My bitch is going on a successful tour every season after we film. Because this is every successful. We got packed shows. They're sitting up here talking to a queen. You is a peasant to me. Why you like a speck in the air to me?
Right.
Why the you in my face, talking in my face with your stanky breath? Your breath smell like Dookie. Go brush your teeth and your tongue.
Damn, Carlos.
And you sitting up here looking raggedy. Why y'all let this nasty sit up here with the outfit on? Y'all look good. Y'all got stylists, and y'all let y'all friends sit up here looking
I
like
don't have a stylist. I style myself.
Right.
As a friend.
Well,
I
I
don't
tell
need
you
a
what.
stylist.
If you are going to
But I
have
did give her an outfit before.
well, if you do want people to come here and have a good
messy.
time, she needs to understand that it's boundaries to be set. You cannot just have a fun time. This is tea. You sitting up here trying to stab me with a knife with your skank.
It was definitely an embarrassing moment for Carissa, but baby, she wasn't about to let Joseline have the final word. A few days after that shady interview blew up, Carlosa hopped on IG Live, and woo, she had a lot to get off her chest. She didn't have the courage to check Joseline face to face during the interview, but behind that screen? Oh, she found her voice. Carlosa let it all hang out, accusing Joseline of having a funky cooch and spilling tea about how Joseline allegedly made the producers cut parts of the interview to make it look like Carissa was coming for her out of nowhere. And get this, Carissa claims that when Joseline first strutted into that room, a funk filled the air. At first, everyone thought it was one of the cameramen who just didn't know what soap was. But after a minute, it became clear that the scent was allegedly wafting straight from Joseline's private area. The shade was real. And you know this saga isn't over yet. Grab the popcorn because this drama is heating up.
Us in on the Joseline situation. Okay, so I'm gonna fill you guys in on that, whether they like it or not, because I just think it's necessary. Y'all notice I didn't say too much, because you know when my money be on the line, I know how to hold water. Okay, when my money be on the line, I know that's when I know how to hold water. If you don't want me to tell your business, you need to give me a check and tell me, don't tell my business. Okay, so what had happened was I hit a soft spot unintentionally. I hit a soft spot because I thought she was adorable, and and just a ball of fun at the beginning. I didn't have nothing against her, but if you pay attention, she was throwing like little subliminals. I don't like people to do me too much like that. I don't know how to be quiet and be like, I don't know how to do the fake. What is you talking about? Get to the point. So she didn't like that I hit a soft spot because she said something about the baddies, and they didn't put it in there because I guess that's what she wanted. But if she should have let the whole thing play out, and it made it look like I just came for her, but no, she got mad about the baddies or tried to put them down in some way. And it wasn't in there at all. I had so many people that was on set with me who said, what happened to that part? That's the part that made y'all go left. And so, yeah, she must have said, I said, take my down. But anyway, that's, what happened when you got, a little bit of stake in the company. That's okay. I respect that. Your underarms stink. I just think your thinking. I told her that, but they ain't put that on there either. But that's just what it was. Her, you know, that's her network. I get it. In a couple years after I've been there for a while, maybe we could play the real shit. I said, my Lord, ain't nobody this damn fine smell this funky. I had to myself like, oh, come on, baby. It's a whole lot of mans in here. Everybody think it's looking at each other. It's her ass. Tia, no, Tia smelled. We all smelled her. You thought it was Tokyo, but it was Tia. Cause Tokyo don't look like she go to the dentist, and I never ever. Okay, I don't give a nobody said that mother ain't never been to the dentist. I bet you if we ask her dentist, she gonna tell you right now, Allah. It ain't no dentist available. Girl, yeah, Joseline gonna try to say my breath stink, knowing that was her mother underarms. And if your underarms stink, what's the rule? Your ass stink.